Good morning, everybody. Gonna try round two. Welcome to the Couples Lounge show on today. I swear I love our followers. I love our family members. And so we are back. So welcome again. I'm your girl Candace, and this is my sexy husband.
I'm telling you. All right, babe, I'm ready.
Introduce yourself, baby.
Remind, baby.
So we do this every Saturday at 10 o'clock, unless something happens. And our show is, come on, Lord. I just needed to take that minute right quick, y'all. Because I feel within me a stirring. So we do this every Saturday from 10 o'clock. The Couples Lounge talks about love, marriage, and relationships. And ain't nobody doing it like us.
Because they ain't us.
And so, y'all, we just had like a blooper with our sound. You know what happens when you get real specific about your prayers? And I ain't gonna even give that much to the enemy. But I can feel something moving right now. Thank you, P.I. Thank you so much. But yeah. But how I show up, I ain't gonna let nobody get in the way of what I know God is purposing us to do. And so welcome. We're about to talk about immaturity and how it shows up in a relationship. And is immaturity ruining your relationship? What happens when you have connected with somebody that is immature? Because immaturity has nothing to do with age. You can be 40, you can be 50, and be emotionally immature. Too immature for a relationship is possible. So, on today, if you hear something, you see something in the comments, or you vibe with us in any way on today, what we're going to need y'all to do is share the video, like. If you're on Facebook, like and follow. If you're on YouTube, subscribe. That way you get a notification every time the Couples Lounge go live, or we have something that we put up. So you all make sure you tell somebody. I'm very clear on what I know God is calling us to do. And that is to empower, encourage, and give hope to the marriage union. It's a lot out there that's going against it and everything about it. And so I know that we provide a balance. We provide a truth. And so last week, what was the question that you asked that prompted this show?
I honestly don't remember the question I asked.
He asked, could we be, and I don't know verbatim, but he asked, is it possible to be totally honest in a relationship? Or totally honest, totally truthful in a relationship? And I was like, I believe it's possible. I said it takes a very mature person, a very mature relationship. And that's when it was like, oh, this is a whole show in itself.
Because you kind of, I ain't gonna say it, not a bad choice of words. I know this is a bad choice of words. Against it, you was like, almost like, no, you can't.
No, it's not how it started off.
No, I didn't say that's how you did.
I don't believe you.
But you kind of felt like you can't be.
Because most people are immature.
I just to say, it was stipulations to being all the way 100.
Because most people are immature.
Okay, so
most relationships have not created a boundary, a safe place, expectations.
But that's so... Oh, that's so wrong that I can say, now Candace ain't ready for this. She can't handle it. So I'm not truthful. I don't care how you spin it.
Mm-hmm.
That's wrong on my end.
Mm-hmm.
And you're spinning it, but it's wrong.
Mm-hmm.
It is wrong for me to say, I don't feel Candace is whatever, mature, ready, whatever, you know what I mean, and withhold or flat out lie to you, no matter, in my humble opinion, no matter what you say. How do you justify and tell me I'm right?
That's good.
Like, how
That's
do you?
good.
But that's what you said.
What?
They have to be mature. They have to be this and that. Baby, that's what you said now.
I'm saying.
So that's what I'm saying.
To be as truthful as you're saying, that is the stipulations. I desire a relationship like that.
But do you agree with
No,
that?
what I'm saying is it is possible.
No.
But in knowing that, if you choose to stand in that level of truth, you all should have. And let me take should back, because that's like a judgment. It's gonna better help your relationship if you all come up with the expectations and state this is the reality. Because some people feel like, oh no, we're gonna just be truthful, and people ain't being truthful in a relationship. And I agree with you on that. You're saying, oh well, you can't handle the truth, so I'm gonna withhold it. Absolutely, it's not beneficial to your relationship. But people do not want to deal with the impact of a immature person, because it's heat coming from an immature person. It is what I call rah-rah comes from immature people. So if I think I can't handle it, or I'm choosing not to handle what's on the other end of my truthfulness, no matter what that truthfulness is, but then too, that's on me. That's on me. And so, yeah, I just think it's some things that you got to know and put in place so that you can stand in that level of truth. And so, what? So, immaturity. And I feel like this. It's a lot of immaturity running rapid in relationships. You shaking your head. Is this an after show moment? You didn't realize you were shaking your head?
Baby, if you don't go on with the show, come on with the show.
I want you to get out whatever you need to say. So immaturity, and I feel like starting out in a relationship that is definitely, if you get married young or you together young, immature behavior is going to be present. It is going to be there. But the reality of it is, even when we're in our 30s, 40s, and 50s, definitely when you first get together, you're going to see some immaturity there. That's how you grow and you help each other become a better version of themselves. But I don't feel like people can be honest, like you were talking about last week, because immaturity does not.
You don't feel people can be honest? Like I was saying, why?
I feel like, but I feel like those relationships are few, far, and in between, where we can be honest about everything. This is how I just experienced your mother. This is how I'm experiencing your family. This is how I'm experiencing you.
But here's the problem with that. I agree. I don't want to put a percentage on it, but I do believe there's a lot of relationships that are not completely honest like that. But my opinion, the reason why they're not, the person who's feeling a certain way or want to express something or want to withhold, that's that person. That's your fault. If I got a secret that I don't like your mama, or feeling a certain way about your mama, or something that I said, something that I did, that I've lied about, covered up, that's my fault we don't have that relationship. I can blame you. And I believe more times than not, those people want to blame the other person. We can't have this relationship because I can't trust Candace with that. She gonna use that again. I can't tell Candace she can't handle that. And I'll blame you. But in reality, it's me. The reason why we don't have that is me.
Right.
And I can't say always. Should never say always. More times than not, it's because of that person who withholding or lying is the reason we can't, and they're going to put it on the other person.
I do. I agree. I think it's more than likely that situation. But I'm going to go on the other side of it as well. Let me
add this.
Okay.
It doesn't mean that they're wrong. That's the difference. They may be absolutely correct.
Right.
Candace may not be able to handle it. She may use it next week, tomorrow, against, or hold it against me for a little bit. But I shouldn't take that option away from you.
Yeah.
If we feel a certain way, if we like this, I should not take the option of you hearing and receiving the truth.
Yeah.
Long as you respectful in saying it, don't be a butthole and hit you with the truth.
Yeah.
Now that's cruel. Now if I'm respectful with it, understand, okay, it might be some silence, or it may be a conversation I don't want to have coming afterwards. But that's okay. That's when you know you've reached a certain level, when you're able to express that. And that partner will know, okay, that Ramon is different. He's on a whole nother level of maturity, because the old Ramon wouldn't have told me this. He'd have held this from me.
That's real. That's real. And I will tell y'all this. Immaturity in a relationship does not provide a sense of safety. It does not provide an opportunity for honesty, to be vulnerable when you are dealing with immaturity in a relationship. When you know the person. So now I'm about to name some stuff that's immature. When you will go and throw the stuff back up in their face, but not from a place of love, not from a place of trying to help you grow, not from a place of trying to help you see it differently, but you throwing it back up in their face. You using it as a weapon. You're using it to hit below the belt. You're insensitive to what I've shared with you. And because you're uncomfortable with it, you make a joke out of it, which is low-key sarcasm, which we'll get to that in a few minutes. So if I come and I share these things with you, but in your immature nature, you make it seem uncomfortable for me, I may choose to withhold some truths. And I've seen that working with couples, things that, and we always, what do you call it? Are proactive when we work with couples to tell them what's disclosed in here is not to be brought up and used as a weapon, or used in sarcasm, or used as a poke. Because when people share something with you in honesty, like I said, it doesn't matter what it is. For you to use it against them is going to break down the trust that they have in you. And so you will never get their full trust. If you take something they said and you use it so for instance, somebody used something about the family. I don't like this about your family.
Here's the problem with that.
Okay.
Everybody has done it. I don't care who listening, who watching. If you shaking your head no, you more times than not, you're lying.
So why you say that's a problem? You say, here's the problem with that.
You will never get my trust if you use it against me. We've both done it at some point in the relationship. We have both done everything you said. So if we have both done it, now I can't. Well, neither one of us gonna trust each other.
Exactly.
But that's the problem. You have to, because we both have done things we wouldn't do again, and we're ashamed of. So therefore, you have to trust your spouse. So to say that it's wrong, not gonna say it's wrong because it's an accurate statement, but it's a wrong mindset, because if you say I can't trust Candace, she gonna use that. Ramon, shut up. You done it. Yeah, Candace did, but you gonna honestly look in the mirror and say you have never done her like that? You're lying, Ramon. And if Candace, I can't trust Ramon. Shut up, Candace. Look in the mirror. You ain't never done me that way. So don't hit me with Don't hit her. Hit him with, I can't talk because I know he going to you. I'm sure you've done it too.
But that's the thing. That's how that destroys relationships.
Like see the comments.
That destroys relationships. When that has happened. And so the great thing about it is you're listening to the show. And so with listening to the show, you can do a self-evaluation. But until y'all choose to heal that, until y'all choose to stop operating in those immature states, until you are able to get to a point and confess and say, yes, I have done it, it is low-key, under the surface, destroying your relationship and your marriage. And sometimes you don't even realize it's something within you that's saying, I don't trust them. You are reserved with your significant other. It's you choosing not to tell them certain things and not realizing it is because of this. And so that's why relationships...
Because of this? What's this?
Okay,
I'm sorry.
Throwing stuff back up when you're mad, using it as a weapon, being insensitive, and you have not taken the opportunity to heal it. You have not taken the opportunity to get coaching. You have not taken the opportunity to heal yourself.
Also, what else we got to throw in there? Shame. You ashamed. You embarrassed that you said this, you did this, you went here, you did. That's another reason that you will lie and keep it from your partner. You don't trust them enough to let them know about your shame, of your mistake. I just got it.
Okay, so let me ask you this. I get that with dating all these people. But when it comes with your spouse.
Okay, it's me and you.
Why is it shame with sharing with
You're ashamed. I'm ashamed of what I've done. I'm mad. I'm hurt. I can't believe I've done it. So I'm ashamed that I did it. And that has more to do with me. Right. So therefore, I don't want to tell you, babe, I did such and such. Now, I know I don't want all that may have come to play too. You might throw it back. Well, all that's gonna come back. But deep down, I'm ashamed that I did it, and I don't want to admit it. I gotta admit I did this. You don't see that?
No, I see that, but I want to know. I want to get an understanding of. I see your shame, but if I'm the one you rocking and rolling with forever, right, and the truth shall set you free, if you don't share it with nobody else, you gotta be willing to share it with your spouse, just for your peace, just for freedom, just for, I've let this out, because otherwise you're holding it.
Yes, that takes that's a mature. That's when
exactly
you know you have reached a height of maturity that most can't, or most are afraid to, or most are not willing to go to the levels to get to there, to where I'm mature enough to where I'm gonna tell Candace, she asked me something, I'm gonna tell her the truth.
It's definitely maturity.
And I'm gonna deal with whatever comes with me being completely respectfully honest. I'm gonna deal with. Yeah, it might have happened last week. She don't know about it last month, 5 months ago, 10 years ago. But you know what? Babe? I lied to you when I told you I went to Tyrone's. Everybody not. John Gotti, famous quote, most people lie because they're afraid. I always tell the truth because I'm not afraid. Like, and I might have missed it, but that's the crutch of what he said. So don't Google it and shut up, man. He's actually said it, but I'm close to it. That's why. That's a maturity level within
yourself.
That ain't got nothing to do with Candace. I should be mature enough to say truthfully respectfully the truth and deal with what it may come a couple silent moments. It might come some deep conversations I don't want to have. Am I mature enough to handle it? Am I mature enough to tell her?
Yeah.
That's on me. And I can't look at Candace and blame her for me not being on them. Yes, she can add to or put some bricks on my plate to make it heavy for me to actually let it go and tell her. We can do that. I can make it hard for Candace not to open up or afraid to open. That is absolutely no question. You can do that. You can make it hard for them, but ultimately, if I don't, I can't blame you.
Yeah. And then I'm going to speak to from experience. I would tell you this. A lot of times you think you cannot handle what's coming from you being truthful. Whatever their response may be. Or you feel like I don't want to deal with whatever the case. But you have to start asking yourself, is this hurting or hindering our marriage or our relationship? And you have to know this, that you absolutely can handle it. You get to choose what you experience. You get to choose what the rah-rah feels and means to you. You can absolutely handle it. And sometimes in that handling it is, you know what, I got to take this to God because I am feeling a certain type of way. So let me take this to God and I know all things are going to work out. And it's holding that. That is so powerful in understanding that literally all things will work for your good if you want it to.
And let me add this in her to the more times than not, this applies to the women. More times than not. More times than not. I can be withholding online and you already really know the truth. She already know, my brother. She ain't telling you how she know. She probably can't reveal how she found out or how she knows. She can't tell you that. But she knows. And each time you lie and deny it and get mad, and it takes away a little respect.
A little trust.
A little trust. It peels away. He's still lying. He's still. And you're going to peel it away till it's none there.
Yeah.
Now, no matter what, I'm going to run 7-Eleven real quick. All right. You wouldn't even believe I'm going to 7-Eleven. The motive of me going, all because of what I said about, and keep denying and keep lying about. And that, not again, more times than not, that to the fellas. She knows. Don't get me wrong, it can go the other way. But women be knowing and just be sitting on it.
And so that goes back to that trust. It goes back to that trust. And so I want y'all to understand this. And I ain't going to say what I'm going to say because I know I probably will end up saying it. But age does not matter.
I want to know what you were saying.
Age does not matter. So we tend to think, oh, because they are this age, they should know better. Are they this age? Why they still moving like this? When it comes to emotional immaturity, it's no age on that. It's no age because some people are literally stuck in their teenage years. Some people are literally stuck as a 5-year-old. No matter what their age is, that's why we gotta do our work at some point in our life because people get stuck. And so when you say you acting immature, or you saying your significant other is acting immature, it's an age that you finna.
No, I'm just gonna show it while you talk. That's all.
There's an age on that immaturity, and so you have to ask yourself. Even if you don't ask that person, you have to ask yourself what, so we can address it approprially. What age is this? Even for ourselves, in a self-reflection moment. What age was that I just showed up as?
Oh, girl, I thought you like.
What age is that?
Who are you talking to?
And that's where the work has to begin, right there. Are you looking at your spouse and you see they throwing a tantrum? A whole tantrum. That ain't even teenage. That's a kid that just showed up in your atmosphere and in your relationship. And so be willing to get that out of your mind. And this is one of these shows that's really for people that are dating, because you need to be doing some inventory.
I disagree.
No marriage too, but once we marry, we in it. But if you are single and you are dating, you need to be doing an immaturity assessment based off of the things that we are sharing on today. And once you, for us folks that's married, okay, how am I help you heal? Because that's the call on me now. How do I help you heal this immaturity that we are seeing? We now got to help each other. And so,
why'd you take the comment down?
Because I'm talking and making a point.
Baby, we do that all the time, though.
That's the truth. And understanding the spouse may not agree. For example, regarding sex, desiring to do certain sexual things. Men really desire anal sex. Women not agreeing with it because, in my opinion, that's the aspect of a man being gay. If the wife tells the truth about it, husband might become immature and an argument will develop. What you got to say about it?
I don't even know what the hell to say.
You put that on the screen.
Baby, I share comments all the time.
I know.
I'm reading them. I don't know. How old am I? I'm 46. Let me be completely and honest in the world of Ramon right now. I'm 46, and I've never had anal sex. I'm being totally honest. Never, ever in my life. I've never had a desire to, and I've never had a woman that wanted me to. So therefore, I never felt like I was missing something. When you was young and immature, yeah, I did. Well, let me rephrase it. When I was young, I always, man, that's gay. What the hell are you doing that for? That's gay. Then when you got older, you like, and you heard guys talk about it, like, for real? Oh, well, maybe. I don't know. Well, maybe.
But will guys become in their feelings if you bring it up that that's...
Yes, I do believe it, because I know brothers who like it and have done it. And I'm sure if a woman said something about, I'm sure they will feel something. Because if that's something I like and I enjoy and you won't let me, I'm sure that can be a problem. Why wouldn't it be?
This is probably going to be a whole nother show.
What? Why wouldn't it be? I like it. So
why is that a problem? If she chooses or desires not to, if she don't want that, and that's anything, in any sexual thing,
right?
Why does it need to become a problem?
Here's why it's a problem, because I'm only gonna have sex with you for the rest of my life, and now I can't do some of the things that I want to do that I enjoy doing with the one person and the only person I can have sex with.
So how do you?
That's the problem.
What? So how do you time out on the immaturity? Or maybe this is gonna have something to do with immaturity. But how do you make that a problem? It's not what it's, but you're what I'm finna say this. I'm gonna say this. You're not, that person is not withholding sex from you. But it's certain things. No, you can have the part of her body that God designed you to have for sex, for procreation. So we making up all of that. The procreation.
Okay, wait, baby. Now, you come on now.
God said procreate. It's vaginal, procreate.
That's Karen's opinion.
So I don't see nowhere in the Bible where it say nothing about no anal. I don't see nothing in the Bible where it say nothing about no oral. None of that. None of that can cause procreation.
And he didn't say you couldn't.
So it's only a problem when we make it a problem. Because if you are getting sex, that is the desire. I'm not stopping. You wanted all these other ways. And if your spouse is not okay with that, because so let's flip it real quick. So if a woman, a spouse, me, I'm going to use you an example right here because I think it'll hit a little bit more home. But if I came to you with something that you were uncomfortable with, and while we talking about anal, y'all hope y'all kids ain't in the place. but I say something anal that I want to try with Ramon.
But then that means I'm gay and I'm.
No, that does not mean you're gay. No, it does not. That's your mindset.
I'm gonna just let you talk.
That's your mindset. That's your mindset because it's men out here that do it that ain't gay. So if I can't, okay, let's take it off the table. So
that's funny.
So
baby, that's funny.
If I came to you with something that you were uncomfortable with, but I wanted to do, how do we handle that? Do I make it a problem or do I be understanding that that's uncomfortable for you?
Yeah. So I can talk now? Yes. I don't know. Anything that you want that you can't have from your spouse can easily be a problem. And for you not to understand that is we're going to have to agree to disagree.
Can you answer my question?
Period.
What I just gave you. Can you answer my question? If I came to Ramon with something that he is uncomfortable with.
The only thing I'm uncomfortable with, if bringing another person or anything.
Again, if I came to Ramon,
whatsoever.
If I came to Ramon with something that he was uncomfortable with sexually.
Right.
Do I need to make that a problem?
I didn't say no. You don't. You might not need to, but it can become one. I didn't say you need to.
Should I allow it to become
you can do your best. You should do your best not to. But if you're in a marriage and your woman refuses, I answered your question. If you don't like it, I'm sorry.
Let's get back to
immaturity. I'm going to finish my comment.
Okay.
If you're in a marriage and you don't want, and your spouse don't want to have oral, you can, okay, babe, no, I'm not doing it. I don't like it. I don't like doing that. You can say whatever you want to say. Mm-hmm. If there's something he or she wants and you are flat out refusing to give it to them, it is going to be a problem. Because they're not, yes, they're going to make it a problem because they're not sexually happy, completely satisfied. So therefore, it's going to be a problem. It's pretty simple to me.
Okay. All right. So let's keep going. Thank you, P.I., for the question. Thank you. I hope it ain't simple. It ain't. Because you choose your unhappiness and your unsatisfaction, that is on you.
So if I'm not getting food and I'm hungry and I'm and it's bothering me, you're telling me that's I'm choosing to be mad because I'm hungry? I'm choosing
to be mad if you are hungry. That's a choice that you are making. That is absolutely correct.
Okay.
I agree, TD. Definitely got to take. And then if it even was something that you were not interested in originally, and then it becomes something you are interested in, it's to speak on it as an offer. This is what I like. But you getting mad at your spouse because I don't know, for me, sex is a very it's so intimate. It's so intimate to have anybody feel like they are violating their body in that moment is going to have such a consequence or a reaction. I almost feel detrimental when you are forcing somebody to violate their body in a way and they don't have.
Why do you say violate?
So taking P.I.'s statement, right. a husband or a husband.
Now, if he doing without her wanting, that's
I'm saying he wants to have anal,
right? And
she is not in agreement with it, but it's causing such a problem in the marriage and in the relationship that she gives in. Absolutely, it is her choice to give in, but she gives in to please him, right. Or some women give in because they feel like as a wife they have to, but the whole time she feels like it's a violation of her body. It goes against everything that she believes. He has no idea of what that is causing what it is breeding in their relationship. And it doesn't miss me that the Bible speaks so much about sexual immorality and just sexual things, because I just believe the impact of that is so strong.
Now let me turn that mirror around. You're 100% correct. But the flip side of it, she has no idea what the impact of not doing so, and we're just saying this particular that it could be all of not pleasing your spouse in the way that they want to be pleased. The impact that has on your spouse as well is huge. I desire all. You think it's so disgusting, you flat out would get, and the fact that you would never give it, and I'm craving it, the impact that has on me is just as powerful, if not more so, in an example you just gave. So it's two sides to it. It's impacting if you give in, but it's extremely impactful as well if you don't.
And I feel like this, thank God that they've made other things that can help in those areas. If you have, this is a whole nother show. We're supposed to be talking about immaturity in relationships. We're going to have a whole sex show later. But jealousy is one way that people become immature. In how immaturity shows up. Their jealousy is at an all-time high. Yeah, you may feel a certain type of way. You see your spouse talking to somebody that look good. But some people's jealousy is magnified to where they jealous of your family. They jealous of your relationship with your kids, which are y'all kids. They're jealous because, are yours. They're jealous because of at your job, at work, this, that, and the other. That is immaturity. That is not love. And I think as young people, sometimes you can think, oh, they just love me. They just that into me. That is unhealthy. That is unhealthy for you to feel heat and jealousy coming from the person that you with at all times. That is immaturity. Going tick for tat. Immaturity. I looked at him hoping he was finna have something to say coming back on it. Mom told me to stop. He told me to stop asking him if he got something to say. So I tried to just use a look this time. It didn't work.
Like when you do.
It didn't work.
Baby, you got something to say? If I got something to say, I'm going to say it.
That look was like, okay, and you got
no. And what's tick for tat? Break down tick for tat.
So basically, monkey see, monkey do. Oh, you did that to me? Oh, I'm going to do it to you. That's tick for tat. I asked my son last night, what did he feel was immature in the relationship? And that is one that he gave. Somebody going tick for tat.
I think women do that the most.
Men too. Okay.
No, men do it. Of course, we both do it. Men, I honestly think women do it the most out of it most. What you think? Yeah or nay? We ain't going to discuss it. Just yeah or nay. Just in your honest opinion, in general, who you think do that tic-tac? Tic-tac.
I can't even. I really think it's an even there. Okay. Because the thing, bottom line, people that are emotionally immature, they're gonna do it. Oh, you want to do that to me? Oh, I'm gonna do it to you. Oh, you said that to me? Oh, okay. Wait till the next time I can say it to you. I'm gonna say it to you.
And see, I think women invented that.
Emotional.
What? Okay. Okay. That okay me, let me show you. Women invented that. We both do it, but I think women, somebody said no. She said no, you don't think women do it? Both sides do it in different ways.
What are the different ways, TD?
Men invented that, ma'am. You think so?
TD, how do you think men do it? How do you think men do it?
Okay.
So having you ought to tune in to the Couples Lounge show.
My fault.
We got caught up in the sex discussion and missed our 30-minute mark. If you are just tuning in, I am Ramon. And this is Candace. And we are the dynamic duo of the Couples Lounge show, where today we're talking about, it started off with...
That's the show.
What?
Which is more impactful, denying your partner's
sexual... Get back on immature. We'll talk about that after the show.
Okay.
But we were talking about how if you being able to be straight up truthful in your relationship, in your marriage, about all things. And it was based off of, we can do that when you are in a mature relationship.
That's
and you're dealing with mature individuals.
Question
Not
then.
saying, okay, let me say this. I'm putting that in there and saying that the things will be handled in a healthy way. You can still be truthful and stuff, but if you're dealing with an immature person, you're going to have some other things to work through.
Okay, that's my question.
Your truth.
So if you feel the person is immature, should I go ahead and do it?
You should go ahead and do it. And I'm going to add this.
Yeah, come on.
Because, let me just use a man for example. If a woman is having ideals of, or cheated, and she wanted to come clean with her husband or her boyfriend, whatever, and you know he is emotionally immature, what is the impact of your truth? Are you willing to live with the impact of your truth? And on a serious note, will you live from the impact of your truth?
Well, if you think the man is violently and may do something like that, I ain't telling nobody to lie, but I'm gonna say go on lie.
Exactly. So
if
that's
you
what
think
I'm saying.
he
You
may
have to know who you are you're dealing with.
Yeah, I'm gonna forgive me, Lord. I know I'm wrong for saying this. Forgive me, Lord. But
don't say it.
I'm gonna say it anyway. You might need to lie. If you think the man might or the woman might kill you, you went way extreme on that one.
Because it's a reality. Everybody cannot handle the truth.
But that don't mean I'm going to kill you.
And it may not lead to death. But what is the consequence of your truth when you're dealing with an emotionally unstable, immature person?
It's levels to your immaturity. You may have a person that's immature that may not speak to you for a couple of days.
Right.
And that's immature. Like, dang, I done told you this. We ain't gonna talk about it.
But the Couples Lounge show is an international show.
You got the level of immaturity that might beat you up.
With.
Yeah, that's If you was violent, I wouldn't. I wouldn't tell you. Well, I could be with a violent woman. I'm going to jail. So,
another part of being immature is sarcasm, which we mentioned earlier. And you use your sarcasm to hurt. You like some people I'm just telling you the truth. But what level of your truth? What place is that coming from? Are you being sarcastic to hurt them based off the truth that they have told you?
Man, that was deep.
Because you can keep it real with somebody. And that marriage, you should be. I should be able to tell you straight up the truth at all times. But what place am I bringing the truth from is going to determine really how you receive it. And so it's immature to be sarcastic to hurt your other person. And sometimes we be sarcastic and it be funny and we both can laugh about it. But when the sarcasm is the other person ain't laughing, like, no, that's not okay. No. That's not okay.
No.
So, even more serious immature behavior, and we can both piggyback onto why these are immature to us, or he might not even feel like it's immature. These are my notes.
Okay.
They can't engage in a deep conversation. And I'm going to be true. I'm going to be truthful right here. Now, this came from a man's post, a man's blog. And so, don't kill the messenger. He was saying men.
Men can't?
Men, immature, emotionally immature men can't engage in deep conversations.
Such as? He didn't give an example?
No.
Or just said deep conversations?
Deep conversations. And it really makes sense to me. Because it goes back with something we said on another show. Something that was said, somebody else told us. And my questioning as to why men don't do coaching, counseling, don't want to do it for themselves, don't want to do it individually, is because deep conversations can make you feel uncomfortable. Deep conversations cause you to tap into your emotions. It gets you out of your head and it gets you into your heart. And men are more tuned to being logical, finding the answer. But when you got to go into deep conversations, that causes you to go to a deep place within, and it can feel uncomfortable. And maybe you don't know or don't think you can handle the emotions that you may feel. And that is an immature mindset, an immature belief. Or may even become overwhelmed with your feelings. And men just will prefer to ignore it altogether. I don't like it. I'm just going to a conversation or ignore, or I'm there, I'm listening, so I don't get fined, but I ain't really present with what you're talking about. Can you see how that is? Can't engage in a deep conversation is immature behavior, because it really could go both ways, and it does go both ways.
What do you mean both ways? As far as the men,
a woman that can't engage into a deep conversation because of either what it makes you feel or what it's going to reveal.
And also, it depends on the topic as well. You may want to go on a deep conversation about.
We're talking about relationships.
Yeah, and a sexual past or something sexual, but you're not that triggers something that happened to me, and I don't want to really go deep.
I'm not emotionally mature enough to handle that.
No, but I might have been triggered because I've been through something. She might have been molested, or he might have been. So therefore, I don't want to go deep into that one. So yes, in general, I totally agree. But you have to be careful, because specifically on a certain topic, it could be something that's withholding them from it, and it's not necessarily immature.
Yeah, it's still immature, because I cannot handle that.
So if she can't hold a deep conversation about a sexual past, that's immaturity, because she was
not physical, emotionally immature.
That means she's emotionally immature.
Yes, because I cannot handle that. I cannot handle it. When a person becomes healed, when a person becomes stronger in that area, when a person is now at a mature state, she can handle that conversation, because she knows how to regulate herself. She's healed from it. She's grown from it. It's still present, and it may even still bring up a little angst inside, but he or she now is mature enough to hold a conversation about it. And so that's not a bad thing. It's just right now I ain't healed it, so I'm still a kid with it. If you look at it like that, I'm still fresh with it. It's still fresh within me. And so can't engage in a deep conversation. So if you're dealing with somebody and you're single and you're trying to have deep conversations with them, whether it's about y'all relationship, whether y'all seen something in life and it's not no surface talk, it's actually causing you to think and talk about it, and you realizing that they can't, that I won't say a red flag, but that's something that you need to become aware of, because when you get married, you're going to have deep conversations. There's no running from that. And if you run from deep conversations in a marriage, your marriage will remain surface. You will have a surface level marriage, and really it's I will hate to say, but it's got some fakeness to it. If we can't talk about deep stuff, what are we doing? What are we doing?
I won't call it fake.
What you call it? If a married couple cannot talk about topics of depth.
That's not, I won't call that their marriage. Oh, your marriage is fake. No, that's going way too far.
What would you call it?
Maybe not a mature. Their marriage is not mature as it should be. But that doesn't
mean you have an immature marriage.
Yeah, you can. But don't call it fake. That's a whole.
Well, not.
Baby, you said it.
Okay, let me ask you something. When you hear fake, what do you hear?
Not real. Not real. It's not. Y'all ain't really married. Y'all faking. Man, that's
y'all faking it.
Yeah,
let's say that y'all faking it. The marriage is real, not literally saying your marriage is fake.
That's how I take fake. I don't know how you take fake. Fake is not real. How are you taking it?
You're married, so you know that you have a marriage. The marriage union is real because you committed in the marriage.
Go ahead.
Being indecisive Immaturity, do y'all agree or disagree? Somebody that is indecisive, meaning they go back and forth.
Well, don't ask a woman what she wants to eat.
Or they say this thing, and then again, this was under this man's post as a man that is immature. But again, I think it was just a part of my research. It just so happened to be talking about
leaves the decision to the spouse. That ain't immature.
Leaves decisions to the spouse. That can be immature.
It can, but in general, baby, what you want? Hey, a lot of the times, especially we just want peace. I'm cool either way, baby. Go ahead. What you want to do? Because if I say let's do this and you don't want to do it, I'm at the end of it, and I never heard the end of it. Nah, whatever you want to do, baby. I ain't tripping because I'm cool either way. That's immature.
That's not immature. If you said I'm cool either way. Indecisiveness, leaving the decision up to your spouse because you're not comfortable making a decision as the head, as the lead. You're not comfortable making decisions, so you keep throwing it to your wife to make the decisions because maybe you are fearful or you don't trust yourself. You don't trust your own decisions.
He knows if I make
trust, or you what's another reason that a man may feel like he is unable, and I'm thinking man, but women also, just not for sure in yourself, and you don't want any heat or any blame to come back on you if it don't work out a certain type of way. So I throw it to you, you make the decision. If it don't work out, at least I ain't to blame, or it's no heat coming my way, and a lot of that is internal stuff. But indecisiveness is a form of immaturity. You can't make a decision, hold your decision, and know that you can handle, even if it don't work out like you thought it was gonna work out. It's gonna work for you good anyway, but you don't realize that. So throwing it to her or him, going back and forth with your decisiveness, or you make a decision and then when it's something happen, no, I don't want to do that. Let's do this or that. So you keep going back and forth.
That's immature. Wow.
Makes a decision only later to change it. And this is the thing. You have to be willing to open your mind to more than one way of seeing how indecisive can look. You use the situation with food,
but that don't mean
or a woman being indecisive about what she wants to eat. That can literally be a for real problem in some people's relationship. And it's like, why can't you decide on what you want to eat? And some people can look at that and it's so immature that we got to keep going back and forth like this. Like, that don't make sense. The reality is, for some people, that is a big deal. That is a big deal. What you say, absolutely, TD. That was one of the things that anytime we're dealing with people, our spouse or a significant other that is immature, we got to be willing to communicate. Communicate. How do you move past it? How do you deal with it? You got to be able to communicate in truth. My principal said something. He put something on our forums that said, always consider the third way. And I was like, what's the third way? He was like, one person, you got this way, you got that way. Is it a third way of doing things? So be willing to communicate. That's one way. Got another way? How do you deal with immaturity in a relationship?
You're asking me, how do you deal with it?
Yeah, if you realize that it is present, how do we deal with it? How do we move past it? How do we grow?
By talking.
I just said communicate.
That's the number one way. That's how you get past it. Communicating. If you're not, I guess, coaching, if you will, but if other than that, by simply sitting down and having a grown conversation. That's how you get past it.
Also, there's other ways you can get past it. Also, with I said immaturity assessment, but also after the conversation has been had, you go and do your own assessment of self. Don't be so concerned with the messenger. God can send you messages through different people. So when you get a message, even if you're in disagreement with it, go sit with it. This is what was presented to me. Is there some truth to it? God, is this something you need me to see within me? If it is, continue to show me. And once you say that from a real sincere place, if it's something there, God will show you. God will show you, because he's trying to change it in you because of where he's going to take you. Period. Where you got to go. So communicate with each other. Another way will be if you need professional support, meaning you need a coach, maybe you need a counselor. Be willing to do that. If you see that immaturity, the jealousy, the tit for tat, emotional responses that are not equal to the situation. I forgot that. You have an emotional response that doesn't match the situation. That is immature. Emotional immaturity. When your emotion does not match what we're talking about right here, or what's going on. And so be willing to bond together. Definitely if you are married. Be willing to hear what your spouse is saying. And sometimes you can't. I put this on my post earlier. We got to move away from, in our community, when they're communicating, of it looks like complaining, or your tone, this, that, and the other. And if you cannot get away from their delivery, take what they said and go write it down on a piece of paper and look at it from black and white. And
wait, you giving coaching secrets. We say that for our clients.
I'm giving a hard work assignment.
Yeah, you're giving away too much. See, they get this when they come get coaching. You giving way too much info.
Okay.
Wait, hold on, partner.
Okay.
Hold on.
And that is actually going to be added to the coaching.
Right, let me pull back. Pull my baby back.
All right. You're right. All right, so somebody should have told me. What's your somebody should have told me moment?
Everyone has been immature in their relationship. Whether you man or woman enough to admit it, at some point you have been immature, or you're mature enough to admit it, or you're mature enough to change. But we both have been there, and if you're blaming your spouse, your partner, for the reason why you can't be truthful, you're extremely immature, and it's really your fault. I can't look at Candace and say, I can't be honest with her because XYZ. Now, she may be XYZ. It may have a deep conversation. She might not want to talk to me, this and that. But the level of maturity that I desire, or I should desire, I should be able to be truthful and respectfully truthful anyway. And when I can't or refuse to, that's on you. That's on me. Don't blame your partner, your spouse for not being able to be truthful. Have a level of maturity where you can be honest, respectfully honest, no matter what. Don't blame them, because we both have been immature, but you're mature enough to look in the mirror, realize it, acknowledge it, and change, and not going forward.
Mine would be excited about growth. Be excited about growth. And when you are excited about growth, you can take what they say and realize that this is going to make me better. Because the reality of it is, we know we are immature in certain areas. We know when we're being petty. For the most part, but it is some moments of unconsciousness there as well. Because if you go and ask somebody like, did you really mean to say that to me? And they like, nah, I didn't. That's habitual. That means you're doing something you don't realize, you unconscious. So be excited about the growth. Be excited about the change. Be excited that when they communicate a certain thing to you, it's going to be working for your good to go to the next level. And in y'all's growth, your marriage gets better. Your marriage becomes solid. You're able to stand in the truth. Oh, me and this one can talk about anything. I trust him enough that if I ask him something, I believe he's telling me the truth. Be excited about what it looks like on the other side when we can get to a level of maturity and that we can call each other on it and get better and want to get better. So that's what my somebody should have told me is, because it's not always that I was like that. If I be straight up honest, I was not always like that.
Like, no, you was not.
Baby, don't say that like that.
I was being funny, but being honest. You you what? But that I can say it like that because that's growth.
Y'all see how I almost got immature right there?
That's growth. That's growth that you can actually admit that, because but that was immaturity for you to say, don't say it like that. That was immature.
And I was joking.
But there was some truth in that. You could say you was joking, but it was truth in it. And see, that was immature right there.
Oh my God. Oh my God. So, hold on, y'all. So y'all know we got the marriage retreat coming up. We have 2 more spots. 2 spots that has to be filled by September the 5th. Final deadline for the marriage retreat. We coming in hot. And we're about to do a post on my main page. But for those of you that don't follow me, you only know me here through Facebook, I will tell you this. The shift that is going to happen in the married couples that are present, where God is about to take their relationship, where what he's about to do for them individually, not just them, but also us as the host and the coach, we're going to grow. We're going to grow as well. Because what I do know is when you come into community with people, how God shows up is magnified. It is magnified. And so...
Also, let me say this real quick. We've been to three marriage retreats. Mm-hmm. The first, I didn't want to go. I'm not going to lie. I didn't want to go. We was speaking. We was asked to speak. So I didn't want to go, but I was going to go for that. Man, I had a ball. It was a totally different... I was thinking one thing, but it was something different. A marriage retreat isn't necessarily for those who... Remember, our marriage is about to end. I don't know if I want to do it no more. It's for those who may just need to tune up or oil change, if you will, to keep the spark going, to be around other married couples with the like mindset of loving each other and want to continue to love each other, going for this forever thing. This is for you. For any man who questions it, don't. My brother, you will be so happy that you've done it. We gonna have some bonding time with just the men. Then
I'm gonna have to peek in on that.
No, you're not. Then we're going. I'll be together, of course. The time and the place is, man, it's absolutely beautiful. I'm speaking to any man that's listening. If you was, man, I don't know if I want. You wanna go. This is something you will go to, that you will tell other men, man, we had a ball. I truly enjoyed myself at this marriage retreat. I thought they were going to be beating us up the head, pointing fingers at us and saying, no. My brother, that's not that type of marriage retreat. We got 2 spots left. 2 left. So just wanted to throw that out there.
Okay. Don't even engage. So, all right, y'all. So you all have an amazing... Look where it's coming from, too.
What is that?
You too.
I can't hit the wife I like. I don't know what he mean by hit the wife. What? I know he's not talking about beating her up.
No.
He talking about...
Didn't I tell you don't engage?
I ain't going to no damn retreat unless I can hit the wives. What the?
Yeah, you're not gonna go there. So you all, thank y'all for tuning in to the show. Thank y'all for
yeah, baby. I can't. Are you kidding me? Come on, my brother. This is not the poly thing. I'm gonna be respectful. This is not that type a marriage retreat. This
Okay.
ain't to where you getting with wives and husbands. Please do not come for nothing like that. Please don't. It's gonna get ugly. We're not a part of the poly.
Look at the type of person you're talking to.
Hey, what?
Exactly.
No,
So,
baby, stop. I understand. No, I understand.
Okay, we're gonna have to. Okay.
I understand, because anything you say, you can't trip on the response. That's not how we get down.
Okay.
And that's not how the marriage retreat will get down, my brother. You may live that lifestyle, I don't know who you are, and that's cool, but that's not how we do it. So respectfully, please don't bring that energy here, my brother, because that's not what we do.
No, that energy ain't gonna even be accepted, because this retreat is already prayed over. We ain't even got nobody coming to the retreat that show up like that. So thank y'all for tuning into the show. Just take a moment to reflect on your relationship, but mostly reflect on yourself, to ask yourself, how am I showing up? Am I being immature? Did I really need to say that? Did I really need to do that? Check yourself. As Sheree said, who gonna check me, boo? You. Check your own self. Bye, y'all. See y'all next week. Oh, y'all, next week we have the Redmonds on. So make sure y'all tune in. We'll have another couple on with us.
That's the wedding retreat that we went to. They hosted in Alabama. They're coming to the retreat. They will be there as well. But man, I can't wait. You didn't tell me that.
Yeah. See y'all next week.